Next, we'll make the jacket, which consists of the main part, edging, sleeves and decorations. The main part starts with a foundation chain method, worked back and forth, leaving spaces for the sleeve caps while crocheting. Once completed, crochet the edging around the garment's edges. Then, pick up stitches along the sleeve cap position, and work the sleeves in rounds. Finally, add the decorations. Watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Take the corresponding yarn. Cast on 31 chain stitches. Starting from the second chain from the hook, pick up the top loop of the chain, correspondingly make a single crochet increase. Then, pick up the top loop of the adjacent chain to the left below. Follow the chart, complete the corresponding stitches. Row 1 is completed. Move on to row 2. Chain 1 as beginning chain. Turn the work. Correspondingly make 8 single crochets. Two single crochets into the same stitch. Following the form. Finish this row. Row 2 is done. The crocheting method for rows 3 to 6 is simple. Follow the chart and work back and forth on corresponding stitches. Please complete these rows by yourself. Row 7 requires shaping the sleeve cap. I'll demonstrate using this swatch. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work. Work 3 single crochets. Then work 10 chains. Skip 18 stitches on the left side. Make 1 single crochet in the 19th stitch. Continue working single crochets downward. Complete the corresponding number of stitches. Once done, work 10 chain stitches. Skip 18 stitches. Starting from the 19th stitch, complete the remaining 3 single crochets. Row 7 is completed. These 2 chain spaces form the sleeve cap like this. For row 8, make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work piece. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch. Crochet to the chain space. Pick up the top strand of the chain loop. Work single crochets evenly into each stitch. Continue down and finish them completely. Row 8 is completed. The crocheting method for the remaining part below is simple. Follow the chart and work back and forth in rows according to the stitch pattern. Everyone can complete the remaining part of the main piece on your own. Fasten off the yarn normally after completing. Next, I'll use this swatch to demonstrate the edging method. The swatch has fewer stitches and rows. This is just a demonstration of the technique. Position the right side of the garment towards you. The starting point should be on the right. Insert the hook into the edge of the first row of single crochets on the main part. Join the 2 yarns securely. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Make 1 single crochet into the joining position. Move down to the next row single crochet edge. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch correspondingly. Complete this single crochet edge. Arrive at the corner position. Pick up the first single crochet stitch at the corner. Make 3 single crochets in 1 stitch, 3 SC in 1. After completing, pick up the stitch, work single crochets evenly, 1 into each stitch. Continue until this row, right before the last single crochet. Now you've reached this position. Pick up the last single crochet stitch. Make 3 single crochets in 1 stitch, 3 SC in 1. Then continue picking up the single crochet edge on the other side. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch along the edge. While crocheting, gently tighten the yarn tail here. Complete this side. The row 1 is completed. Move on to row 2. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work, skip the first stitch. Starting from the second stitch, work 8 single crochets, 1 into each stitch. Continue by skipping 1 stitch. Starting from the second stitch again, work 8 single crochets, 1 into each stitch. My swatch has fewer stitches here. Skip 8 single crochets down. Skip 1 stitch. Finish crocheting this side. Complete the last 8 single crochets. Then skip 1 stitch. Pick up the second stitch and make 1 single crochet. Next, pick up the adjacent stitch. Make a 3 SC in 1, 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. After completing it, continue to work the corresponding number of single crochets evenly. Refer to the chart going down. Crochet this row symmetrically. Finish with 1 slip stitch. Row 2 is complete. Move on to row 3. Make a beginning chain of 2 chains. Counts as 1/2 double crochet. Turn the work piece. Pick up the adjacent stitch on the left side. Work 1/2 double crochet. Work into each stitch in sequence. Crochet the corresponding number of half double crochets. Then at the corner position, work 1 HDC 3 in 1. That is, insert the hook into this stitch. Work 3 half double crochets. This HDC 3 in 1 is now complete. Continue crocheting down according to the chart. Finish with 2 chain stitches. Make a slip stitch in the last stitch. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends yourself. Row 3 is complete. The edging around the main part is done. Next, crochet the sleeves. Place the right side of the body facing out, with the neckline at the top. Add any one of the 10 chain spaces along the armhole. Pick up the chain that's slightly to the left of center. Join the remaining 2 strands of yarn. Make a slip knot with the yarn end. Insert the hook into the joining position. Pull the slip knot through. Adjust the loop size. Joining the yarn is complete. Crochet down for the first round. Make 1 beginning chain to start, then work 1 single crochet into the joining position. Crochet and weave in the ends as you go. Continue picking the left side chain position. Work 1 single crochet into each stitch. Now you've reached the position where the chain and stitch are joined. Pick up both strands of that single crochet edge. Make 1 single crochet. Now you've reached the skipped stitch position. Pick up each stitch and work a single crochet correspondingly. The yarn tail for joining has already been secured with several stitches. You can cut it directly. Once completed, pick up the stitch at the join and work 1 single crochet. Finally, pick up the other 2 strands from the remaining chain. Crochet 5 single crochets evenly across. Then join with the first stitch using a slip stitch. Pull tight. The first round is complete. The crocheting method before the last round of the sleeve is simple. Refer to the chart to crochet the corresponding stitches. Please refer to the earlier demonstration. Follow the chart and finish crocheting them. I'll use this swatch. I'll demonstrate the crocheting method for the final round. Make a turning chain of 2 as beginning chain. This counts as 1/2 double crochet. Match it with the first single crochet from the previous round. Then pick up the left side of the adjacent stitch. Work 1/2 double crochet. Continue working 1/2 double crochet in each stitch around. Complete this round. Once done, pick up the second chain of the beginning chain. Work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. Chain 1 to secure. Fasten off normally. Weave in all the ends yourself. One sleeve is now completed. Crochet the other sleeve using the same method. Next, add decorations to the coat. Specifically at the first row of the edging stitches. And at the second to last round stitches of the sleeves. Crochet slip stitch stripes. Take the corresponding yarn. In practice, use 2 strands of silver yarn held together for crocheting. I'll continue to demonstrate with a single strand of cotton yarn. Color scheme is random. Make a slip knot with the yarn tail. Position the right side of the garment towards you. Neckline to the right. Pick up and work into the first row of the edging. Join the yarn to the first stitch on the right side. Slightly adjust the loop size. Keep the yarn tail underneath the fabric. Insert the hook into the adjacent stitch on the left. Work 1 slip stitch. Continue down along this row of stitches. Crochet 1 slip stitch in each stitch, matching 1 to 1. Complete this row. Once done, pull up a large loop. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters and cut the yarn. Hook the yarn tail to the wrong side of the fabric. Weave it in along the texture of the crochet. You can weave in a few more stitches. Then trim any excess yarn tails. For the remaining yarn tails, weave them in along the texture on the wrong side of the fabric. So, the decorative stripe at the edging position of the main part is complete. Next, crochet stripes at the cuff area. Pick up the second to last round of the cuff. Join the yarn in any stitch. Work 1 slip stitch in each stitch, 1 to 1. Complete this round. Finish the last slip stitch. Pull up a large loop. Leave a yarn tail about 10 centimeters long. Cut the yarn. Thread the yarn tail into a darning needle. Come out through the first slip stitch chain space. Then insert back into the middle of the last chain space. Gently tighten. As you can see, after weaving in the end like this, there are no visible marks on the surface. The texture looks neater and more attractive. Tuck the remaining part to the wrong side of the piece. Secure the other yarn tails as needed. That's it. This cuff decoration is now complete. Next, using the same method, make another cuff decoration. Up to this point, the making method of the garment has been fully explained. Next, we'll make the hat. Let's look at the finished product. It consists of two parts, the main part and the decoration. The main part starts with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds following the corresponding stitch pattern. All required crochet techniques have been demonstrated before. Refer to the form and complete it accordingly. I'll use a swatch to demonstrate the crocheting method for the decoration. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Actually use 2 strands of gold thread to crochet. Here I'll continue using 1 strand of cotton yarn for demonstration. Color choices are random. Start by making a foundation chain. The exact number of stitches and length are not fixed. Crochet and fit it against the top of the hat's final round as you go. Make it about 2 centimeters longer than the circumference of the hat's last round. That's enough. Then trim off the excess yarn tails directly. Pull tight the yarn tails at the beginning and end. Leave a little tail and cut it off. Next, attach the crocheted chain braid to the corresponding position on the hat's final round. Pay attention when attaching. The inner ridge of the chain braid should face upward, and the front side of the braid should face toward the last round of the hat body. Align the middle of the braid with the slip stitch joining position on the hat. Attach from this center point outward to both sides. Make sure the middle doesn't twist. Bend the ends into symmetrical loops. Like this. The hat decoration is now complete. Next, make the scarf. Here's the finished product. It consists of 2 pieces, piece 1 and piece 2. Both pieces start with a foundation chain. Work back and forth in rows from the starting chain. After completing each piece, sew them together. The new stitch technique used is. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific method. First, make piece 1. The cast on and row 1 are simple. Follow the chart to crochet. I've already finished my swatch. Now continue to row 2. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work. Skip the first stitch. Begin from the second stitch. Work 1 single crochet. 3 double crochets. 6. Then make 1 double crochet increase. Which means work 2 double crochets in the same stitch. This double crochet increase is now complete. Continue crocheting according to the stitch pattern in the chart. Crochet the remaining part. When all done, leave a 20 cm yarn tail for sewing. Look everyone. This is what the first swatch piece looks like when completed. Take the front side of the first and last rows as the right side of the piece. Next, crochet piece 2. After making a foundation chain, starting from the second to last chain, follow the chart to crochet the corresponding stitches. Work 1 slip stitch in the last chain stitch. Continue picking up the remaining 2 strands of this chain. Work 1 slip stitch. Then on this side, pick up the remaining 2 strands of the chain. Work into each stitch accordingly. Crochet and gently tighten the starting tail as you go. Complete crocheting this side. Fasten off the yarn normally when done. Weave in the ends yourself. Piece 2 is now completed. Move on to sewing them together. Thread the reserved yarn tail from piece 1 into a sewing needle. Take out the toy. Place piece 1 right side facing up around the top of the toy's shoulders. Align the beginning and ending edges. Pay attention that the fabric is not twisted. Sew 2 stitches to secure it in place. Then take piece 2. Position it with the wrong side against the joining edge of piece 1. First secure with 1 stitch at the middle narrowest part. Then wrap around this position like a loop. Keep the connection point inside. Tie a double knot when finished. Weave in the ends. Tidy up the remaining yarn tails on your own. This way the scarf is complete. Next we'll make the belt. Take a look at the finished product. It consists of a strap and a fabric piece. The crocheting method for the piece is simple. Start with a foundation chain. Work the corresponding number of half double crochets. Leave a 15 cm yarn tail for sewing when finished. I've already completed my swatch. Next refer to the pattern chart dimensions. Cut out a piece of dark textured leather. Pay attention, the four corners can be cut into rounded corners like this. Then on both ends, about 0.5 cm from the edge. Cut a small hole. Thread the reserved yarn tail from the fabric piece into the sewing needle. Insert through this small hole. Pull the fabric piece through. Secure it in place with sewing at this position. Pay attention to have the right side of the fabric facing the right side of the leather. Tie a double knot when done. Weave in the ends. Neatly secure the other yarn tail on your own. This piece is now attached. Attach the other piece in the same way. Then wrap the belt around the toy's waist. Tie it above the coat. Make a bow. The belt is now completed. Next, make the rake, which consists of 4 pieces. A mesh board and shaping wires assembled together. First crochet each piece separately. Then assemble them. Watch me demonstrate the specific making method. First, crochet piece 1. Actually use 2 strands of silver yarn held together to crochet. I'll demonstrate using 1 strand of cotton yarn here. Color scheme is random. The casting on and crocheting method for the first 2 rows is simple. Just follow the order in the chart to crochet. Fasten off the yarn after completing. My swatch is already crocheted. Take the side where the single crochets of row 1 are on the right side, as the right side of the piece. Now move on to row 3. On the wrong side of the piece. Join the yarn to the 6th stitch from right to left. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet in the joining position. Work single crochets in the adjacent stitch, on the left side down the row. Crochet all the way down to complete the required number of stitches. Row 3 is now completed. The crocheting method from row 3 to row 8 is simple. Just follow the chart order to crochet. Cut the yarn after completing. Look here everyone. This is what piece 1 looks like after completing the first 8 rows. Now we'll crochet the edging. Place the right side of the piece towards you, with the foundation chain pointing to the right. Join the yarn to a single crochet on the edge of the fabric. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet in the joining position. Then work a single crochet in the left single crochet stitch. Work 1 single crochet. Then pick up the next stitch in the following row. Work 1 single crochet. Continue to pick up the left empty stitches. Correspondingly make 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 3 double crochets. Then pick up this single crochet edge on the left. Work 1 single crochet. Then move to this row. Pick up the first empty chain loop. Work 1 single crochet. Next pick up the stitch on the left. Correspondingly make 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. 4 double crochets. Then pick up this stitch on the left and work 1 single crochet. Continue to pick up the single crochet edge. Work 1 single crochet. Then pick up the rightmost stitch at the top and work 1 single crochet. Down, work 4 half double crochets evenly into each stitch. Follow the chart in sequence. Symmetrically complete the other side. When completed, cut the yarn normally. Weave in the ends neatly. This piece 1 is now complete. Next, follow the same method. Crochet the second piece 1. The crocheting methods for the remaining pieces are simpler. Everyone refer to the form and finish them. Pay attention to piece 3. On round 2, work into the back loop of the stitches. After completing, Adjust the piece. Make sure the right side faces out. Look everyone, this is what the remaining pieces of the rake look like when finished. Next, we'll do the assembly. First, based on the shape of piece 1. Cut a mesh piece accordingly. I've already prepared my swatch here. Then, cut 4 shaping wires about 5 centimeters long. Bend them into U shapes and set aside. Then take 3 shaping wires around 35 centimeters in length. Align them and secure with glue. Wrap with the corresponding color yarn. Wrapping tightly and neatly will look better. Wrap all the way to the top end. Secure the yarn tail with glue. Leave about 5 centimeters at the top. Cut the yarn. Then take piece 2. Thread the reserved yarn tail into a darning needle. Wrap piece 2 around the wrap top end of the shaping wire. The ending position of the piece, this wider edge. Align with the ending position of the wrapped shaping wire. Wrap the fabric piece around the wrapped shaping wire. Pick up stitches along the other edge, and whip stitch to join. After finishing the seam, sew back again. Compared to demonstration time standing at 45 seconds. When sewing to the top end, take 2 piece 1s and the grid panel. Place piece 1 with the right side facing out. Align it with the top end of the shaping wire. Place the grid panel and the other piece 1 on top. Once aligned, sew a few stitches at the top to secure it to the edge of piece 2. Then whip stitch along the edge of piece 1. When reaching this long side position, tidy up these 3 shaping wires. Leave one centered with the middle of the fabric piece. Trim off the excess of the other 2. Next, as you sew, at this position, add in the U-shaped shaping wire prepared earlier. Don't forget to secure the middle with 2 stitches. Follow this method. Sew 1 U-shaped shaping wire on each side of this shaping wire, attached to U-shaped shaping wires. Pay attention to adjust as you sew, so the shaping wires are evenly distributed. After finishing this edge, continue sewing the remaining parts of the fabric piece. During the sewing process, if the yarn tail is not long enough, pick a nearby loop and tie a simple knot. Weave in the yarn tail inside the fabric piece. Then pick up new yarn. First secure with 2 stitches inside the fabric piece. Then come out from the front at the cutting point. Continue sewing downward along this edge. Finally pick a few stitches along edge of piece 2 to secure. Tie a double knot. Weave in the ends. Piece 1 and piece 2 are now attached. Adjust the shape of the shaping wires. Then insert the other end of the shaping wire into piece 3. Secure it with glue. Then about 0.5 centimeters above. Glue piece 4 in place. Secure the edges with reserved yarn tails using a few stitches. Weave in the ends. Finally, trim the shaping wire at the front of the rake evenly. Then wrap each one with silver thread. Wrap and secure with glue as you go. Trim any excess yarn tails. Secure with glue. Continue downward, wrapping the remaining shaping wires using the same method. This rake is now completed. Up to this point, the making method of this toy has been fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.